Hello and welcome to the United Stand. It's our Manchester United transfer news daily morning update and we'll fly straight into it. Antoine Griezmann apparently already knows his Manchester United shirt number for next season. It'll be no surprise to you, me or anybody that, I know you said you, me or Irene, rubbish film, that it will be the number 7. I think the Griezmann deal, I understand, like I've said before, that some fans are quite negative about it and think it won't happen, but trust me, everything is suggesting that it will, and there's no smoke without fire and all that nonsense of sayings. But Memphis is apparently going to go in the next 48 hours. He certainly will go before the end of the January transfer window. That vacates the number 7 iconic shirt for Manchester United. Griezmann, Beckham fan, models himself on David Beckham. Brother and family support Manchester United. Wears number 7 for France and Atletico Madrid. Number 7 is free for Manchester United. He will be our number 7 in the summer, and it's probably going to cost around £85 million, which is his release fee at Atletico Madrid. There's only a couple of stumbling blocks. The one I've spoken about before, which is Champions League participation for Manchester United. The second one is a little bit like what the one that Real Madrid potentially have, which makes a mockery of them potentially trying to sign David De Gea, which is that they may have a transfer ban, although I wouldn't expect anything to come of that. So yeah, I don't see where or why this deal wouldn't happen. Manchester United have got the funds. Atletico Madrid will not be able to hold on to a player of that calibre, and Manchester United also have the ability, if they want to go and give him that most iconic of shirts. Whether I agree with that or not is a totally different matter, and I'm sure it's something we will discuss further in the days, weeks and months to come. But, you know, this will be the third signing that we've handed the keys to the kingdom, I would say, in that number 7 shirt. Having said that, Griezmann not had a great season at Atletico Madrid, but I think he would fit in with what Manchester United are all about. And it's a player that Jose Mourinho wants. And to be fair, Jose Mourinho's done pretty well when it comes to transfers into the club so far. So yeah, very happy with that. I'm just checking a couple of other things before I talk to you about them. Obviously, I'll touch quickly on the Luke Shaw thing. A lot of people moaning about it overnight, saying, oh, it's clickbait, oh, it's never going to happen, because we'd said breaking news, Luke Shaw to leave Manchester United in the summer. This isn't something that's come from us. This is not something that's come from people that tell us things. This is widely known in the public for you to go and verify yourself. And that is that Miguel Delaney, who is now at the Telegraph, I think, Independent, saying that Luke Shaw will be allowed to go this summer because Jose Mourinho has lost patience with him. He doesn't have the defensive discipline, and he's going to look at other options. I think it'd be very, very sad if it happens. I think Luke Shaw is a flair fullback. He goes forward, he bombs forward. He reminds me of that Neville, Everett, Irwin sort of fullback that's traditional at Manchester United. Yes, he needs to improve defensively, but surely, get it. He's got the youth and mentality to improve on that. If he doesn't have the mentality and he's not clever enough to become a competent, tactically sound defensive player, then he, maybe he has to go. But I just think Luke Shaw's the best left-backs option we've got in the club at the moment, bar Cameron Borthwick-Jackson maybe, but I'd still put Shaw ahead because he's quick, he can get forward. Darmian's a defensive fullback. Blind does lack the pace. Shaw can be all of those things, so I hope he's going to be given a chance, and I hope he stays. But ultimately, you can get angry about it, you can get frustrated about it, but let's just say this: it's in the hands of the beholder, isn't it? And that is Luke Shaw. It's down to him to prove Mourinho wrong, and if he hasn't, he'll go. Schneiderlin's gone. A lot of people weren't happy about that. Memphis is going. A lot of people aren't happy about that. But ultimately, it's what you do with it, isn't it? Schweinsteiger's an interesting one. I tweeted it last night. I'm starting to think that Schweinsteiger isn't being used because Mourinho doesn't want to end up with egg on his face and be in a situation where the press, the fans are going, why didn't you use him 6 months ago? Why have you frozen him out for so long? Because I do think, I look at Manchester United's midfield at the weekend and they have been very, very good, but they weren't at the weekend. And I just think Bastian Schweinsteiger, World Cup winner, he's not suddenly turned into Joey Barton. He's a top-class midfielder, and if you chuck him in Manchester United's midfield, I'm sure he'd be more than competent. I just think there's a reluctance from Mourinho to use him because I think Schweinsteiger would, unwillingly, because he wants to stay at Manchester United, but it would show Mourinho up a little bit and be like, why have you not been using him? Because he's clearly good enough. So that's the situation with Schweinsteiger. Will he go in January? Probably not. But I do think United and Mourinho would if they could. And finally, Adnan Januzaj going to leave Manchester United for as little as £8 million. I don't know why people are saying for as little as £8 million. He's done absolutely nothing since the Moyes season. Yes, he was a youth talent we were quite excited about. He's been to the Premier League. He's stayed in the Premier League. He's gone to Sunderland. He's done very little there. That's 3 years now since he did anything of any use. I just think 8 million is not bad. Yeah, he might go on and be a decent player, but he's had the opportunities at Manchester United. He's had an opportunity in the Premier League. Not Manchester United, not top 4 quality based on his last 3 years. So what's the club meant to do? We can't give him the opportunities in a Manchester United shirt that he's not already been given. He was given 4 games in a row with Van Gaal last season, same the season before, and he was pretty shocking. And again, Premier League Sunderland done nothing. So if we get 8 million for Januzaj, I think it's a good deal. You just need to scrub away the fact that, a lot of people think, oh, only 8 million for a young star and everything like that. He's not a young star, is he? He's regressed massively, and he's another oxygen thief, to be blunt, taking up a space in a Manchester United squad that we need to trim so we can bring better players in. So I would agree with that. Thanks everyone for watching. Drop a like on the video. If you missed last night's transfer video, make sure you give that a watch, talking about Carrick very in depth and the 3 areas of possible replacements, talking about I think we spoke about 10 different players. So well worth a watch if you're bored today or stuck on a train or at work or whatever like that. Give that a watch. But please drop a like on the video, and tonight at 8:30 we're back, of course. We're live. We are on Skype Goldbridge. You can Skype in, and we've got an interesting caller phoning in who hates Ander Herrera. So that would be interesting. Thanks everyone for watching. Speak to you all very soon.